Sofia sat quietly in the palace garden, wondering why Grandma looked so sad. After a while, she decided to check on Grandma. She walked toward Grandma's room and gently opened the door a little. Inside, Grandma looked sad and worried. Sofia realized that Grandma was still upset. She did not want to disturb her. So she quietly closed the door and walked toward her own room. As she passed the palace stairs, she noticed something shining near the entrance of an old storage room. Curious, Sofia walked closer. On the floor, she found a small silver anklet with a beautiful blue crystal. The anklet looked old, but it was still shining. Sofia had never seen it before. She picked it up and looked at it carefully. Who does this belong to? She wondered. Not wanting to bother anyone, Sofia quietly took the anklet to her room. The next morning, she went to school and met her friends Jack, Lily, and Annie. She showed them the anklet and told them everything that had happened the previous evening. She told them about Grandma becoming upset when she asked about the Veil Waterfall. She also told them about finding the strange anklet. The friends became very curious. Jack looked at the anklet for a moment. Then he looked at Sofia. "Sofia, I think that the Veil Waterfall might be connected to your family," he said. "That's why nobody wants to talk about it. And that's probably why fairies are not allowed to go there." Sofia looked surprised. The mystery was becoming bigger than she had ever imagined. After school was over, Sofia, Jack, Lily, and Annie gathered in the park near their school.
We should visit the Veil Waterfall to discover the truth behind the mystery.
But the Veil Waterfall is guarded by soldiers. Fairies are not allowed to go near it. Yes, getting close to the waterfall will be very difficult. Let's meet here early Sunday morning. We will travel to the Veil Waterfall together. We are ready for our adventure!
The four friends were ready for their adventure. They had no idea what dangers were waiting for them. Sunday morning arrived. Sofia, Jack, Lily, and Annie met at the park as planned. Excited about their adventure, they began their journey toward the forest.
Are you guys ready for our big adventure?
I've been waiting for this all week.
Let's go! The magical forest awaits.
As they walked deeper into the forest, they saw many beautiful plants, colorful flowers, and magical creatures. Everything seemed peaceful. After traveling halfway through the forest, they noticed a large warning board. The sign read, "No one is allowed beyond this point." The four friends looked at each other. For a moment, they hesitated, but their curiosity was stronger than their fear. They decided to continue their journey. As they moved deeper into the forest, a distant sound reached their ears. It was the sound of rushing water. They followed the sound. Quickly, they hid behind it. Carefully peeking through the leaves, they finally saw the Veil Waterfall. The waterfall was even more beautiful than they had imagined. Sofia noticed something. Two soldiers were standing in front of the waterfall. The soldiers were guarding the area.
Those soldiers are blocking the entrance.
What if we create a
The
distraction?
four friends began thinking of a way to distract the soldiers. Sofia, Jack, Lily, and Annie sat quietly behind the bush, thinking of a way to get past the soldiers. Suddenly, the bush moved. One of the soldiers noticed it. "Who's there?" he called out. Slowly, the soldier walked toward the bush. The four friends became nervous. As the soldier came closer, he suddenly saw them. Before he could say anything, Sofia quickly took a small packet of magical sleeping powder from her bag. She threw the powder on the soldier's face. Within seconds, he became dizzy and fell asleep. The second soldier saw what happened and quickly ran toward them. Lily stepped forward. Using her magical power, she created a glowing rope. The magical rope wrapped around the soldier and tied him to a nearby tree. The soldier struggled, but he could not escape. The four friends hurried toward the Veil Waterfall. As they got closer, they admired its beauty. Then Annie noticed
Look! There is something behind
the waterfall.
water.
She could see the entrance to a hidden cave. Sofia, Jack, Lily, and Annie carefully flew toward the hidden cave behind the Veil Waterfall.
This place is beautiful.
Then why is it forbidden?
As they entered, they were amazed by what they saw. The cave was covered with beautiful glowing crystals. Colorful lights reflected from the crystal walls, making the cave look magical. The four friends slowly walked deeper inside. After walking for some time, they discovered a large crystal glass door. There's a strange symbol carved into the center of the door.
I think we've seen this symbol before.
Suddenly, Sofia remembered something. Quickly, she took the silver anklet with the blue crystal out of her bag. The symbol on the anklet was exactly the same as the symbol on the door. Sofia carefully placed the anklet into the symbol on the crystal door. The entire cave filled with magical light. A giant crystal heart floated in the center of a hidden chamber. Sofia, Jack, Lily, and Annie stood frozen in surprise. Sofia, Jack, Lily, and Annie stood in amazement as they looked at the giant crystal heart. The crystal heart glowed with beautiful pink light. Annie became very excited. Without thinking, she quickly flew toward the crystal heart. They stopped her, but Annie was too excited. She gently touched the crystal heart. Suddenly, the entire cave began to shake. The crystal heart started glowing brighter and brighter. The four friends became frightened. A powerful burst of magical energy filled the cave. Then something unbelievable happened. A figure slowly appeared from inside the crystal heart. It was Queen Wince. She had finally been released. Queen Wince looked around with anger in her eyes. Years of sadness and anger were still inside her heart. Without saying a word, she quickly flew out of the cave. The four friends stood frozen in shock. They had no idea who she was, but they knew something was terribly wrong. The four friends immediately flew as fast as they could toward the palace. If you're enjoying Sofia's adventure, subscribe to the channel and join us for the next chapter of The Crystal Heart.